The purpose of this video is to show you how we can define a function that simply adds two numbers together and emit the result to the outside world. And we will see what that means, the outside world. So for us to create a function, we have to use the def keyword, short for define. We have to define a function with a name. We're gonna call it add two nums, like that, or numbers. It doesn't matter, whatever name you like. And the number, the function is gonna be expecting two inputs are gonna be stored in two different boxes. So the first one is gonna be box number one, and for accepting the value from the user when the user wants to calculate. And this is the second one. The second device is gonna be, or the second box is gonna be for the second number that we are going to calculate. Right now, we're basically defining the device that is going to add the numbers, but we don't know what numbers we are going to calculate. Any number can be calculated exactly in the same way that you're buying a calculator, and you don't know what operations you're going to be doing until you start taking this algebra class. So right now, we're designing our calculator. We know our calculator is only going to be doing adding two numbers together. How are we going to do that? We're simply going to take these devices, these input devices here, which are simply small boxes, right? And you're gonna be added up together, and we have to put the result in another box so we can either emit it to another function that's going to use it, or can simply print it. So how do we do this? We're gonna use result or sum of. I like the way some people actually use the word sum of in the class. I really like that, so I'm sticking with that too. And I'm going to return this sum of here. Okay, now I created the function. Now I have to start using it. Like you bought the calculator. This is a calculator that you bought right here. Now let's use the calculator. So I want to get the result of adding 5 to 7. Okay. So now how are we going to do this? Here's the function. So I'm going to plug in the first number, which is 5. The second number is 7, because that's what we said we want to do. And I'm going to show you how we can actually print the result of adding 5 to 7. Okay, very good. So now adding 5 to 7. So we can actually see what we're doing here. And I like to have these arrows, so just to indicate that there is an output. And I'm just going to take this final box here that was emitting the results from adding the two numbers together, and I'm going to save this guy. I'm just going to call it adding two nums, like that. And I'm going to put a date in it. Today is 09/12/2021, like that. I know some people are coming from Europe, and they don't like the idea of the month being at the beginning, but that's irrelevant details. So I am not gonna purchase that for the time being. But if I come here, and then I'm just gonna launch this file on the right hand side. For you, you're gonna be using the IDLE, and then I'm basically gonna call the adding here, like that, adding two numbers. Adding two numbers, like that. That is the file. Numbers, like that. Yeah, here it is. We called it adding two numbers, and apparently, as you can see, the results are showing up here. Adding 5 to 7. That's exactly what we were supposed to be seeing here. If you take a look, here is what it is. Now, I could actually use the same calculator that we just created, and I'm just going to also add another two numbers, 13 and 21, or 31. I don't care. That would be 44. So now that would be a result of 13 and 31, like that. Now if I print my result of adding 13 to 31, this is gonna give me what? The 34 that I was looking at. I'm gonna just comment this thing out because I only want to show the result of this execution here. By putting a hash pound here, I am basically saying to Python, okay, don't worry about this operation here. The only operation that I want you to print is this guy here, which is essentially adding 13 to 31, which is supposed to be giving me what? We will see. It's supposed to be giving me 44. This is it. تويف شيخنا.